Hi guys, I'm Soulfully Paige over here at Soulfully Unplugged, and I'm here today with my lovely friend.
Hello, Mercy of Kitsmo Media.
Thank you so much, Mercy, for coming on. I am
Of
doing
course.
our first live review of a band that I've already covered once before,
Hmm.
In Memory. I'm super
Nice.
excited. I have shown you them once before, back a few weeks ago, but like
Right.
always, I've kind of flooded you with new music.
And
Uh,
especially after the after shows that we go through a lot of bands lately, but I'm happy about it. Keep it coming. Keep it coming,
Absolutely. So
man.
I'm very excited. I'm gonna
Mhm.
actually introduce you a little bit of backstory about these
All
guys. I
right.
also did an interview with them, so if you guys have not seen it yet, after this video, please go and check. I do have an interview with them that I brought them to my car and questioned them about SpongeBob.
She also offered them candy. No, just kidding. She did not do
No, I did.
that.
Next time,
Trunk cookies.
let you guys know the next time you come back, I'll have trunk cookies for you. Long standing joke, but let's get into it. So these
Yes.
guys here are In Memory. Let me get to my little fact sheet here that they so kindly sent to me because I accidentally called them the wrong names, and there's only two names I have to worry about because two of the members share one of the names. So I called him Craig instead of Curtis, and my bad, guys. I promise you, I'm redeeming myself this time.
That's
So this
funny.
band, In Memory, they were established in 2025 out of Raleigh, North Carolina. The band In Memory brings back, very 2010s metalcore era with modern twists, drawing
Okay.
from their influence such as Bring Me the Horizon, mostly the Suicide Season era, their best era in my personal opinion as well, Architects and Wage War, releasing their follow up single One Dream Away from their previous EP. This Place is Real, and Memory continues to push heavy riffs and emotionally driven lyrics. I will
Okay.
say myself, seeing these guys live, hearing them, and getting to speak with them, and then having the time while I'm editing their photos, I listen to these bands that I edit.
Hmm. Yeah.
I edit their shows and I listen to their music and their music only while I'm editing their set. So it's
Makes sense.
strictly all
Gets you in
about
the
them.
zone.
Exactly. I become a fan because I'm listening to you guys nonstop. So,
Mhm.
hey, it is what it is. So I'm very excited to show this. I also love the fact that they did, when they were promoting this, they did use a few SpongeBob references. And I don't know if they did that purposefully, but if you did, you're the bomb, guys. You're the bomb.com.
Can't go
Uh,
wrong with SpongeBob.
so I will go ahead and introduce these guys. Here you have Justin right here with the microphone, and then you have Curtis 1 and Curtis 2. Uh,
There
yes, Curtis, not Craig. Gonna make sure I
you
ream
go.
that in as much as I can. But without further ado, I'm gonna remove this from the screen.
Oh,
Mercy, are you ready?
I am ready. It's
All
interesting
right.
too because let's preface this because people on your side might not know it. I absolutely never really listened to metalcore in my life, so this is a whole new experience for me, and it's a different side of things.
It's a whole new world. Yes, even though that we are some of the bestest of friends, we have two completely polar opposites of music taste. So we kind of do this back and forth with one another. So I hope you guys enjoy and
Yes.
let's get into it. All right, let me get over here. Put y'all on big screen. Can you hear?
Yes.
Okay.
One dream away. I can't save my soul. As blissful as the sun sets on the shoreline. Tranquil and still, it's like I'm frozen in time. A satisfaction.
So I'm gonna give it a quick moment to stop here so we don't get dinged.
Yeah,
I know that they are signed with Ghost Killer Entertainment. I know they're pretty cool with me, but I just want to respect them and what they got
absolutely.
going on.
Of course.
So far, I'm digging it. I really like the what is it? The build up that they have
Right.
right up until this point, and I also really love the cover art that they have. So it fits with a lot of
I
the photography they have going on.
I give points for it not being that whiny metalcore voice that I can't stand. So I give a voice for that because that's exactly where my head goes when I hear metalcore. I'm like, oh no! So points for that. Points for being heavier for that, and the bass groove. Definitely
Bass
points
groove.
for that. Yeah,
Hell yeah, Curtis. Hell yeah. All right, let's get back into it.
sure.
I've been here before, left all alone, dying on the floor. I have to be grateful for. Life is bleeding me out. I lay my head down. I feel safest when I sleep, but death is just one dream away. One dream away. Transcending into delusional euphoria. Painting the picture to initiate the story of paradise, a misconception of.
I will say I hear the Bring Me the Horizon, early Bring Me the Horizon in here. Very, very much so. Sorry, I have my stack of cards here.
You're good. Stack of cards kind of helps. It helps you concentrate when like I review stuff. Sometimes you'll see me like staring off to the ceiling and stuff like that because I'm trying to remember what I have to say. I am not familiar with Bring Me the Horizon, so I'll have to
Yeah,
trust
their
your
early
word on that.
stuff. Their early stuff is
Um,
very
I,
much like this.
I'm very into 80s metal and 90s groove metal and stuff like that, so this is a completely new experience for me. And normally, like I said earlier, normally when I hear metalcore, all my friends listen to that whiny stuff that I can't stand. So I'm so happy that this is more on like the darker, groovier side of it.
It's not like
Um,
I've been telling you for like the last few years that there is another side of it. I
oh,
promise
and
you.
I know that. I know that. It's just much like even like when people were showing me Japanese metal, I thought it was just the whiny stuff too, and it's not. But I never had a chance to sit down and listen. So no, so far I dig it. I dig it a lot. And as long as it doesn't start doing that whiny
Where
cat.
are you?
Oh God, stop! I almost vomited. I could die.
All right, we're going back.
Where the reality is, I can't save myself. I can't save myself, no. I'm at rock bottom. Fighting myself again, rock bottom. Composing my own problems. Going back to the sky, wondering if I should say goodbye. Flying back to the sky, wondering.
I have to mention, I absolutely love this part because so this part for me in particular, I know only a very small amount of people might remember this band, and it's in the whole metalcore. But this in particularly reminds me of a band called Abandon All Ships.
Mhm.
And they have in a particular song where it sounds so similar to this that I'm like, okay, because it's around that exact era.
Mhm.
And so it's really cool to kind of see those influences of
Right.
those little bands that some people have not have heard of
Mhm.
come out in other music.
Right.
So I'm excited. All right, let's get in.
If I should say goodbye, I have to be grateful for. Life is bleeding me out. I lay my head down. I feel safest when I sleep, but death is just one dream away.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, guys. All right, my friends, I think killed it. I know I'm partially over here biased, but I enjoyed it a lot. What about you,
Biased.
Mercy?
I don't think you're biased considering like you could pick out the influences. You know, like for me, I don't really know the influences of this genre, so it's a little bit different from my perspective, and I can't probably go as deep as you can. I don't think you're being a bias at all. You're just knowledgeable on the genre, you know. But for once, it was kind of nice to hear a more heavier metalcore, even with the clean vocals. It wasn't that like whiny sound that you did. I thought we were friends, Paige. Um,
Hey,
it was
I
like
made you sit through Twilight as well.
yeah, that will be up soon too. Um, but you know, honestly, overall, I didn't think it was that horrible. When you said metalcore, I was like, okay, and I was nervous going in. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just like, just because like I don't want to sound like a dick. I'm trying to just be honest. Like when you're not used to the genre and really used to one side of the genre, it's like that's all you know because that's all you were around. And you know I really wasn't into the genre to look further, you know, so
Mhm.
it's kind of cool to be exposed to music outside of what I listen to via you and the rest of the people that write on in here. I think it's really cool to see, especially what you know, smaller bands are doing.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you so much for coming on
Of
and,
course.
reviewing a band. 1 conch shell to 10 conch shells from SpongeBob. Would it
I would
go on a playlist of yours?
playlist of mine, yeah, probably I'd probably give this one like a six.
A 6
Six
conch
out of
shells?
10. Yeah. And
Fair.
it's just simply because you know I don't think I know enough too much about the genre to go in depth like you did. So I feel like you know it's not my part to dive in like you did. But from somebody who never listens to the genre standpoint, this song would get me curious to listen to more. So definitely the six, and then I would go from there. Obviously, the more I listened, I would move around. So yeah,
Hell
definitely
yeah.
a six.
Look at that, guys. We gave someone who does not listen to metalcore, giving you all a 6 conch
There you
shell out
go.
of 10. That's wild. I'm gonna
It
consider
is.
that a win.
It is
Da,
a
da, da,
win. It is a
da.
win because I'm very stubborn with that. I'm very, very stubborn with that.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. I know my boys here in memory.
Mhm.
Everyone, please check them out. This is not the only song they have. They have a bunch of great songs. They are touring nonstop. They are great. Give them a check out. I will have all of their socials and platforms linked below, as well as my friend Mercy's. Catch us on the Spooky Fam. We do podcasting over there. We as
Mhm.
well talk about movies, music, and all of the fun things. We just
Yes.
hang out. So thank you guys once again for hanging out with me. Thank you again to my lovely
Of
friend Mercy over
course.
here. Signing out. You guys stay soulful and stay unplugged. One.
And you wanna write it down. Would it kill you just to listen?